Hi, Terry here, Bobby28, and an interview with the Dynatronics.
Right. Well, I'm in the room here with some of the Dynatronics. We don't know where the others have gone. We hope they do turn up later to play.
We do know where they've gone. They're drinking.
They're drinking. Okay.
Probably. Cheers.
They're scared of interviews, aren't they? So, well, tell us about the Dynatronics. I've seen a few of your influences, but do tell.
Yeah, I can start the story off a little bit there. So myself, Fuzz and Dan, back when we were in our early 20s, we used to play in a band together.
Right.
And yeah, we had some good fun gigs. Played there was a well-known venue in Windsor called the Old Trout. We played there. Yeah, we played there a few times. And yeah, we were a good little band, but as bands do when you're that age, it kind of just drifted apart for whatever reason. We stayed in contact because we all had a very similar shared sense of kind of music that we liked. Some differences, but there was a kind of that Venn diagram overlap that we all liked the same stuff really. And then many years later, I think during COVID, a friend of ours, well, he played bass in that band. He got in contact with me and he was like, "Oh, we should go and get together and make a bit of noise."
Yeah.
And it seemed like a good idea. And we'd had quite a few tracks that we'd played. We did some demos around that time as well.
Yeah.
But never really kind of satisfactorily. So we thought, we'll get together, we'll start recording it, and we'll see how it goes. As it turns out, the bass player, who unfortunately since has passed away, but he kind of was like, couldn't make it. So we kind of drafted in Doug, and then we felt that a lot of the songs really needed some keys on them. So we got in touch with Parsley, and Parsley kind of joined in as well.
So were you called the Dynatronics back in the day, the Old Trout days? Or?
No. I think we went through a series of band names, all of them dreadful. I think we started off very late 80s Globe. Yeah. And then it went into No Stilton, which has a bit of a backstory. One of the others, they can probably share that one. And then we ended up with the Vision Technicians because I think it was a friend of Dan, or somebody Dan knew, and basically had got this job as a Vision Technician, which was basically a window cleaner. And Dan thought, I think that was a good name anyway. So we became the Vision Technicians, and we played quite a few gigs, Windsor, London, around there, and yeah. Just, like I said, naturally fizzled out over time after a while, but yeah, we had good fun.
So what sort of stuff, what were people recognising in your influence bag?
What, from then or now?
Well, now, with all that pedigree.
As the newest member of the band, I can tell you that I've been soaking up all the different songs. Yeah. And if you picked any one, you could give completely the wrong impression of what the band is like, because there are some that are seriously heavy, and there are some that are light and frothy and poppy. Right. So, but it's like the full gamut of rock music that you're ever going to hear. I think it's a really wide range. Okay. The thing I would say also is incredibly loud. Right. This is fantastic for me because it means that I can tootle away, and someone might hear and they might not hear, and it's really not a problem.
It hides a lot of potential jazz chords, does it?
Yeah, exactly.
So, okay. Where have you been playing, guys?
Well, I think since we got back together, we did a few gigs at the Hope and Anchor in London.
Oh yeah.
That was good fun. We've done a couple of gigs local, like I said, Dan's from Maidenhead, Fuzz is originally from Maidenhead, so we played in Maidenhead. Reading, yeah, exactly. I mean, this is probably our first foray out of the London and the Shires, let's say.
The Deep East, yeah.
Yeah, but like I say, Leicester tomorrow as well, which will be fun.
Okay, so where are you playing in Leicester?
We're playing at the International.
Okay.
And like it's a gig in aid of a charity called Loris, which was, like I said, it's a very close friend of mine. His wife passed away a couple of years ago, and it was very sudden and very sad. So it's a good opportunity. His band is called the Model Workers, and they're ace.
Okay.
And they're kind of headlining it, but there's about four or five bands, including us. Yeah. So yeah, we're really looking forward to tonight and also that one too.
So going on past the summer, have you got any gigs lined up? And where?
Past the summer, yeah. So we're playing. We're actually, like I said, Parsley and Dan play in the Small Fakers, and so they've got a gig based this year in Northampton, so we'll be playing Northampton.
Yeah.
And then...
Do you know the venue?
I think it's the Black Prince.
Okay.
I think it's the Black Prince. And then we're playing High Wycombe Arts Centre in early October the 2nd.
Okay.
So we'll be playing there.
It's important to note that you can hear the music online.
Yeah.
And we'd like you to go online and keep listening to the music over and over again, and then send it to all your relatives and get them to listen to it over and over again.
So where would we find your music and your stuff online?
So all the usual kind of culprits, if you put it that way. So obviously Spotify and Apple Music and Amazon Music and Tidal and a whole load of stuff.
And it's just at the Dynatronics, is it?
The Dynatronics, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. So there's a Facebook group for the Dynatronics that people can join. So that's really good. We've got a few hundred people on there, which is nice.
Yeah.
We're not the most publicly facing kind of. Sometimes we can be a little bit shy about things sometimes, but I mean, there's always some stuff up there. Some really, we put some, I mean, if you want to know what we sound like, there's a couple of playlists that I put up on Spotify,
right,
which, as Parsley says, I mean, my favourite thing about any bands is variation, and I think we like to kind of run that broad.
That'll be the support group.
Or it could be that. Look, Sammy, we've got a green room.
Green.
Yeah, it's green.